So the website or the platform that has these rich features is www.naanmudhalvan.tn.government.in. We call it a first of its kind, a revolutionary platform. Why is it, there are so many edtech platforms across the world, and why is Naan Mudhalvan considered or, is so close to all of our hearts here is so much of thought, so much of research and lessons learned from across the different educational system in the world was taken into account with the guidance from Uday sir, from Divya ma'am, Velraj sir, as well as Lakshmi ma'am here. All of us were together in late nights working in rooms trying to understand what is the thing that will give a holistic approach to a student. Holistic approach ன்னு சொன்னா வெறும் இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்சிட்டோ ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் முடிச்சிட்டோ ஒரு வேலை வாங்குறது கிடையாது. How do we develop that the student feels their confidence building is there, their English knowledge is built, as well as their soft skills like negotiation skills. Everything is encompassed in this particular platform. One of the key things which all our seniors, the esteemed speakers were talking about is the psychometric test. What does the psychometric test do for a student? This is basically a stepping stone where a student can actually assess themselves to understand where is their strengths and where are the areas of improvements. This helps them to kind of, go through an aptitude test where there's a verbal aptitude. It is like an MCQ, quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning. I humbly request all the college principals and the faculty here to urge the students, because this is free. Lot of research was done. So a lot of psychologists have worked on this particular psychometric test, and it's offered free to the students. So the first stepping stone a student should do when they come into the platform, because as soon as they log in, should be to go take a psychometric test. And they can do it multiple times, and this will help them to understand, oh, you know what, this is what I'm good at. Let me take some courses that are aligned to it so I can upskill myself. And the next thing is, oh, you know what, I am not good at certain areas. Maybe I should reskill myself, take courses that will help me to hone my skills. So there are two ways of looking at it. This is like, a soft consultant who's around you telling you where you can improve yourself and where you can make yourself better. So this also has a lot of technical core domain and computer fundamentals in it, but that is the next step. The first thing is to basically understand the personality of the student, where they are good at and where they can improve themselves. And I'm not going to talk much about this because we already know. We are trying to bridge a big gap, what the industry needs, where the gaps are, and what we want to offer. This is the key area which I want to talk about. This slide that you see was discussed and came after multiple roundtable discussion with industries. So sector-wise, I've just picked up the top 5. Uday sir talked about fintech, why it is important, all sectors, auto, wind, electronics, chemicals. There are many more sectors, but if we have to just combine and look at it at a very high level, we can see each sectors have come back and told us, these are our requirements. Industry 4.0, digital literacy, design thinking, as you can see, interpersonal relationship, teamwork, organizational behaviors. Electronic industries are telling that, we want people who has experience in VLSI design. Can we have people in Java, Python? Chemical industry says industrial safety is one of the key things. It will be very useful if our students, who the skills of students who come out of this can be, skilled in these areas. Fintech, I think Uday sir touched upon it. Cyber security, fintech, product designing and prototyping. These are the key things, and it is just not about the requirement. How do we align and make sure when a student is trained in this particular skill or, the course, they are NSQF also aligned. That means they are NOS aligned. Each and every course that has been handpicked and kept in this platform is aligned so that they can be easily placed in a industry, just not in India, anywhere in the world. So now we talked about the holistic approach, a psychometric test that lets the student understand where their strengths are, where they need to improve. And then we talked to the industries. We found out what are the skill gaps, what are the different courses. Now, what have we done in our platform to enable that? It has been divided into 3 different big, huge buckets or categories. The curriculum that aligns has been designed so that it meets the industry's demand. The mandatory courses. This is the mandatory courses. Mr. Uday sir was, went in length to talk about, the different courses where we worked very closely, chosen specifically by the team of academic experts from Anna University team. And then this will help the candidates for better placements. So these are mandatory courses, which is 2 credit hours. It has been aligned to their curriculum, and they will have to take it from 5th semester to 7th semester. And the first semester is going to be English, which is going to be foundational from Cambridge. Having said that, the next is a plethora of courses, a bouquet of courses has been offered, which is free courses. In the free courses, there are 200 plus free courses. Each and everything has been handpicked, talking to different training partners, big names like Coursera, L&T EduTech, or I can just name more, Microsoft, NPTEL, our own IIT. Why this is very important is the principles and every student at any point of time can take 3 courses. One is the mandatory. The other 2, it is their free will to take any of the electives. So please encourage the student to make sure that they are taking their free courses. And this is, I know that in the urban cities is much more easier, the awareness creation is better, but please look at it as how does we make sure that the rural students are also exposed to these courses, because it is free for them. All they need to do is enroll and take the courses. So please encourage your students to do that. The next comes the subsidized courses. These are the foundation deep skilling courses which have been subsidized to a very, very low amount for Naan Mudhalvan scheme. So these are specific courses that a student can take and become an expert in that, and they can directly, using the certification, apply for jobs and placements. So when you go into the platform, this is what you're going to look at. So we talked about skill offerings. We talked about the different courses. When you go into the current platform, you will see that each one of these courses have been bucketized under these different technologies. Information technology, emerging technology, psychometric, mechanical, manufacturing. So a student, it becomes very easy for the students. If I'm a mechanical engineering student, but I'm also interested in understanding why can't I upskill myself in the information technology, they can go and take app development or AutoCAD or artificial intelligence or whatever. So this is how the design of the platform is set up, that the students can go into this and they can go and pick the courses as per their likes in the different sectors. And this is one-click insight. Once they go and choose, this is going to be your next one, where, for example, blockchain for business, fundamentals. We even have training partners who are ready to give these course offerings in our own Tamil language. So having said that, the student gets to pick the course, and if they feel that certain courses are in Tamil, not every course, but this gives an opportunity for them to go and pick the courses based on their interests. And this is the last click. Once they go in, all they have to do is enroll, and they'll get enrolled once they log in into the Naan Mudhalvan platform. And each student will be given a student dashboard. Basically, at any point of time, a student can see how is their progresses, where they are in the platform as they go through this. Training mudichitangana, they will be given a notification saying, you are eligible to take another course. So as I said, at any point of time, a student can be enrolled in 3 courses, one of them being mandatory, which is part of the credit system. The other 2 is an elective that the student at its own will can take it. And once they finish it, they can take like 5 courses in a semester as long as they finish their 3 count. So why is this different from the other EdTech platform? As we said, most of the training partners that we have been working with, they have been programmatically integrated. That means the student once they come and log in into a platform, using a single sign-on, they can go to the training partner's platform and finish their coursework, and in their own dashboard in Naan Mudhalvan, they'll get to see their progress as well as their completion. The next thing is, as I said, there's no need for additional registration. Tracking and reporting. This is where the progress tracking, real-time insight into how they are performing. If they have not been in the platform for a long period of time, notification will come to them saying, you have not, some basic notification, like motivational notifications will be sent to them. Of course, subsidized courses, this is huge for the students. They need to realize that it is a one-stop shop for all the course needs and all the subjects needs that they ever need to skill themselves for the skill gaps which is in the industry for the next 5 years. Finally, the certification. All the certification will be a co-branded certification of Naan Mudhalvan along with the training partners, and everything is NOS aligned. Basically, that means these certifications could be a huge, up for them in putting in their resume saying like, if they're taken a blockchain through NSC Academy or they've think, so this will carry a huge weight for them when they apply for their jobs. So I'm sure everyone in their life, without even, coining the word mentor, have had a mentor. I'm maybe 10th standard, my math teacher, I never thought she's a mentor, but that gave me an interest to become, an engineer because she was so fantastic, fabulous, always motivating and encouraging the students. Similarly, everyone's life must have been touched by somebody who would have been a mentor. But currently, in this new age, we have coined the name mentor. So, there was a gap that we thought we should fill. This platform already has. We have been talking to more than 150 industries, and we have already, onboarded 200 plus mentors who are individual mentors as well as from the industries, and the database is getting created. As part of phase 2, one of the things we are going to do is having a scheduling calendar where we will connect the mentors to the mentees. For example, or a mechanical engineering student is interested in aeronautics, but he is doing a mainstream engineering, like the way I am a mechanical engineer, from this very same university. So if at that time I didn't know that, there was a lot of scope for women or, anybody in the aeronautic space. So if they want to connect to mentors, there's going to be this diaspora of mentors who are going to be part of this ecosystem where the students will be able to get connected to. So, this whole flagship program is very much, structured around, having mentors. So this is a high-level flow, how it works. A mentor-mentee connect. A mentee comes and signs in. A student wants to, get connected to a mentor. They go to these different sectors. Then they choose a mentor of their choice. And then based on the availability of mentor and their timing, we will be mapping it to them. Again, as I said, it is coming as part of phase 2. But this is one of the features that has been already planned. So this is how it is going to look like if, if the mentors would be, showcased in our portal like this, where the student goes and sees, looks at their qualification, looks at their, there is a synergy between them and they can get connected. So finally, skilling, we talk about courses. So what is all this going to end into, where does it culminate into? Finally, it all culminates into jobs and internships. That is the, key reason why we want to skill ourselves, so that we make ourselves more, sellable actually, right? So jobs and internships. Naan Mudhalvan platform wants to be the facilitator for jobs and internships for the students. How we are doing it, we have already worked with more than 150 industries who have come and, enrolled themselves and, created partnerships with us, where all their jobs, their requirements has been taken into account. Currently, again, in another couple of weeks, I think that part of the platform is going to be rolled out, where industries can come on their own and register themselves. So currently, we have collected it and we have put it there, but this is going to be, again, programmatically integrated. So we are also planning up an inbuilt resume builder, where we think a student can come in and they can just, build their resume and then, apply for a job on the fly. So these are all our next enhancement for the portal features. Currently, if you look at our job portal, this is how the platform looks like. So jobs have been segregated across different sectors. And if a student is interested in applying for one of the things, then as you can see, if one of the students might have clicked on the manufacturing, and then you can see that how these different companies are there. And once you click on that, you can actually get connected to, in the back end is TN private job portals has been integrated with this, which is for the short-term solution, where they will go and they can go and apply for the job directly. Jobs and internships never complete if we don't talk about hackathons. Hackathons are this, is a great platform for the students, as well as to go and get, brush shoulders with the industry leaders. The reason is, these are real-time problems that these companies have, and they want our students to come and solve for them. So this is a win-win situation. The industries are happy to get, best of the breed coming and working on their problems, and then we have our students who get real-time experience working on this. So hackathon is one of the things was, greatly recommended by our senior team that we need to be, as part of our platform. So they can pitch new ideas. The student gets an idea, opportunity to push their new ideas. They create networks, as well as this kind of inculcates the entrepreneurial spirit in a student. From a very young age, they realize that their ideas is worth it and someone is ready to listen and how they can take it to the next step. So these are the different hackathons which are already in the platform. Currently, as I speak, I had promised Anna University that I'll talk about it. Fusion 360 is already ongoing, which is part of the collaboration between Anna University as well as Autodesk and TNSDC. So we are looking to bring in 24,000 students, and the grand finale is going to be in January. So it is going to be in stages across Tamil Nadu in the next 5 months, and then we will have, a sample of just the 300 final students who will be selected, and they will be, lot of perks and opportunities are going to be given to these students. So please encourage your faculty as well as students to go and register. So registration is already currently underway. And if you need to get in touch, please get in touch with Anna University's Mr. Dr. P. Kalaiselvan. He has been instrumental in driving this along with Mr. Arnachalam. So please have your students go and register because the hackathon is already started. Similarly, as more hackathons are coming, we will be putting in the Naan Mudhalvan platform, the students is there and the awareness is created. We did, a few weeks ago, we wanted to do the psychometric testing. When I called many of the students, Lakshmi ma'am only gave us few names. When we talked to a few of the students, everyone said, Madam, we don't have laptops at home. எங்களுக்கு வந்து நீங்க வந்து smartphone-ல பண்ண முடியுமான்னு. So Divya ma'am is very, very particular that a mobile application of Naan Mudhalvan should be accessible to a student because most of us, or most of the students, everybody carries a smartphone. So having said that, the Android version of the mobile application is already available in the App Store for you to download. All the features that you see in the web version is already up and running in the mobile version. So I humbly request all of you to encourage your students to download the app as well as play around with it. This also helps us to get feedback and improve and enhance. Okay. So we talked about the current students, how the future of their students has to be good. We did not leave behind the student who graduated and didn't get an opportunity to come on board on this. So we have something called finishing schools. There are some very good training partners who are interested in the students who have already graduated and who did not get jobs in the last 3 years can please come and enroll, and then they will be given an opportunity to get trained and also placed. These are the different training partners like Masai, Willy Edge, Navgurukul. They have a salary sharing program with which they work with the students, they just take the student. But the first step is for the student to be aware of it. So principals, உங்களுக்கு வந்து உங்களோட past students இருக்காங்க who have not gotten a job, who are looking to get, please have them come and get enrolled in the Naan Mudhalvan platform and also go and take these courses. So once I told you about the portal, once you get into the portal, logins have been sent to, all the engineering colleges. If anyone have not received it, please send us an email at support@naanmudhalvan.in. Similarly, as you are doing it, if you've forgotten a username, password, is no rocket science. You can just send an OTP and, these instructions will be given to you, so that's not a problem. But anyway, if there is any support issues, please try to reach us at support@naanmudhalvan.in. So we talked about high level. There is a journey for each and every person who is part of this. So this Naan Mudhalvan has students, we have colleges, we have industries, as well as training partners. So how does each of these different people interact with each other? When you look at the student journey, if I am a student, what is my journey in the Naan Mudhalvan platform? My journey is, okay, I log into Naan Mudhalvan in the portal, and then I land in myself on my own dashboard, which is personalized for me, and I can view, currently I will be able to view all the mandatory courses I have to take because it is part of me graduating from college. They also get a chance to look at, their psychometric test, which is nice to have, paid courses as well as free courses. Then once the students, enrolls themselves, what do? They go and complete the training modules, as well as they will get a certification. Also, they will be given access to these hybrid courses. Feedbacks from training partners will be given to them. Notifications will be sent to the students, as well as certificate generations and other things will be part of the platform. The next is mentorship. I talked to you about mentorship for a student, how important it is. And once the scheduling calendar is integrated, we are going to get it done very quickly. Then we talked about Industry Connect. This is where the hackathons are happening. This is where, the student can go and find their jobs and they can apply directly. And then finally, once the student goes and applies, they will be able to check as well as their positions and see once if they are getting placed. So our ultimate goal for a student is, this Naan Mudhalvan platform, I feel, is a companion to a student when they embark into a journey of education. Everyone comes with dreams, trying to be very successful. And as Uday sir was saying, it is not about, how do we make sure we place our student in high-skilled jobs so that the progress for them in their career is tremendous. Having said that, this is a companion for them where they should look into it and, keep using this along with their curriculum and studies that they are already doing so that, we can actually claim for that holistic approach that we are talking about. The other one, next one is the college and students. This is where the college SPOCs, who are all of the faculty who are very, very important for us. We have our Naan Mudhalvan admin who will be supporting if there is any support issues. But the key things is invites from Naan Mudhalvan team must have gone out already to all the colleges across in the engineering sector in the Tamil Nadu. And then for the SPOCs to log in and, if there is any issues, one of the things we have seen quite a lot while troubleshooting was that, the email addresses were wrong or something. If people have not received it, please let us know so that we can resend it to you guys. Then the college SPOCs logs in and they land themselves on another dashboard, which is a SPOC. They will be able to see how the colleges are there, what are the, which is in their colleges, how many students have registered, and they can, help, do a bulk upload of all these students so that, the student registry is updated. And a SPOC will be able to add, update, delete, or, and do a submit of all these by themselves in the dashboard. This facility has been given to them. And a Naan Mudhalvan admin, upon confirmation, sends an email invite to make sure all the credential to all the students are sent to the college SPOC, who in turn will be giving it back to their students. Finally, how this happens is, you will get an, like any other app is done, SMS notifications are sent and email notifications are sent to make sure that the credentials are sent in the right way. Finally, a student logins can also, once a student logs in, they can change their password, as needed. So this is the college and student registration where the college SPOC have to closely collaborate with the student to make sure that they get onboarded into the platform. So how is, the training partners come in play into this? The student dashboard will have all the mandatory courses a student has to take. Once the person goes and takes the mandatory courses, they can, again, as I said, they can enroll themselves in a free course as well as take the psychometric test. And as I mentioned, 3 active trainings at any point of time, out of which one of them is the mandatory course. And email notifications will be sent to them for their paid as well as free courses. And anytime a student finishes a free course and their count goes down, automatically they'll get to know that they are open to select more courses. Students get redirected to a training partner to complete the training. As I said, most of the training partners currently are already programmatically integrated, so the student doesn't have to go and create a new registration in the training partner's portal. Then the training partner pushes the course content to the student and also pushes to the Naan Mudhalvan admin the progress of the students. So at any point of time, we would come to know that how the student is progressing and how they are doing their completion. This will also help us to, get metrics that if there has been dropouts, which courses are more popular, which SPOC is, more active and how the students are performing. And then the last journey is apply for job. The student has taken the training, they've gotten the certification. What are they? The prerequisites for job, currently we have kept it as only the 7th semester onwards for the engineering college students and the 5th semester onwards for the polytechnic or the diploma students. Similarly for, arts and science. So students can check upon their position. I already showed you the platform look. They can go sector-wise and go and apply for jobs based on the criteria, the company is looking for. They apply for the jobs. Profile builder is, as it's in red in color, it is under works. We are planning to integrate it very soon. And then it gets, currently it gets diverted to the private job portals. Eventually it will be all part of our platform. They apply for the job and then, as per their credentials, they will get placed. The last one I want to touch upon is the finishing school, which we talked about for already graduated students. So what is their journey? So a student who has already graduated will go and register. Let's say I had graduated in 2018 and I want to go and register. Once I set a registration, I need to submit my professional certificate or my graduation certificate. A SPOC would, or an NM admin would make sure that it is valid, and once it is valid, they will be given a login and an ID. Once a login and ID comes, whether we approve it based on their login or ID, once they approve, they will be given full access to the platform as well as to the finishing school. They can take all the free courses. They can also take the subsidized courses, and then they can go to the finishing school if they want to get enrolled in one of these training providers who are taking graduated students and training them and helping them with placements. So, and then if there is a reject, if there is a problem with the certification, then they have to go and re-upload it. So this is the only check that we are doing for students who have already graduated. So this is on a very high level, this great initiative program for Naan Mudhalvan. So the key takeaway, if I have to leave behind, is please treat this with, with utmost love, because this is, as I said, is a companion to the students. This will help them tremendously, and we will be able to fill the skill gap that will arise in the next 5 years. So every course, everything has been well thought over and was selected, and lots and lots of hard work from all the academic partners, institution partners, training partners went into creating this platform. So I am leaving behind with a humility and gratitude, and saying a big thank you for all the support you have rendered. Thank you.
So over collegesku ஏற்கனவே வந்து ஒரு login credentials நம்ம ஷேர் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So for principals, so using the same credentials you can log into the system. So உங்களோட dashboard, college dashboard will have எவ்வளோ total number of students எவ்வளோ பேர், then எவ்வளோ students verification இதுவரைக்கும் complete ஆயிருக்கு, then total number of students onboarded அந்த metric, and then finally total என்ன branch wise ஒவ்வொரு என்ன split up அப்படின்றது இருக்கும். ஸோ இது எல்லாமே லைன் லிஸ்ட்டாக அவைலபிள் இருக்கும். ஸோ இஃப் யூ கிளிக் ஆன் கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் இன்ஜினியரிங், உங்களோட என்டையர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் லிஸ்டோட இருக்கும், அவங்களோட டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் திங், ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் போர்ட்டலில் லாகின் பண்ண உடனே நெக்ஸ்ட் இமீடியட் ஐட்டம் த சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட். ஸோ அந்த சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட் வந்து அதுக்கான செப்பரேட் ரிப்போர்ட் அவங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணதுலேருந்து சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ண வரைக்கான ரிப்போர்ட்ஸும் இந்த உங்கள் டேஷ்போர்டில் நீங்கள் வியூ பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட் இங்கே இதான் ஃபைனல் ஒரு அவுட்கம் ரிப்போர்ட். ஸோ இட் ஹாஸ் வெர்பல் ஆட்டிடியூட் எவ்வளோ இருக்காங்க, குவான்டிடேட்டிவ் ஆப்டிடியூட், லாஜிக்கல் ரீசனிங், கோர் டொமைனில் அவங்களோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் என்ன இருக்குது, தென் டெக்னிக்கல் கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஃபண்டமெண்டல்ஸ், and finally communication. So இதில் வந்து out of 10 அவங்க ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டோட இண்டிவிஜுவல் மெட்ரிக்ஸை நீங்கள் அனலைஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். and we'll also have interpersonal skills என்ன மெட்ரிக் இருக்கா out of 10, then intellectual, emotional management and motivators indicesல என்ன அவங்களோட பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் இருக்குது அப்படின்றதும் இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் லெவலில் இஸ் அவைலபிள் வித்தின் யுவர் டேஷ்போர்ட். ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கும் ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் ப்ரோக்ரஸ் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் வந்து நீங்கள் உங்களோட காலேஜ் டேஷ்போர்டில் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதில் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ரைட் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்லேருந்து சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் அண்ட் தென் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கோர்சஸ், ஒவ்வொரு கோர்சஸ் என்னென்ன கோர்சஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுறாங்க அந்த கோர்சஸோட ப்ரோக்ரஸ். ஸோ நம்ம ஏற்கனவே சொன்னபடி இது வந்து நாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு நிறைய ஹைடெக் டெக்னாலஜிஸ் சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்மும் பியூர்லி ஒரு ஹைடெக் லேட்டஸ்ட் டெக்னாலஜிஸ் வச்சு பில்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ எண்ட் டு எண்ட் ஆட்டோமேட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த ரிப்போர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஒன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் அந்த சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்லேருந்து அவங்களோட கோர்ஸ் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டேஜஸும் மைல்ஸ்டோன் லெவலில் எக்ஸ்டர்னல் தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி பார்ட்னர்ஸ் கூட அவங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட ப்ரோக்ரஸ் எல்லாமே இமீடியட்டாக ரியல் டைமில் டேஷ்போர்டில் ரெஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ உங்களால் வந்து அட் எனி பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டும் என்ன கோர்ஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, அவங்க என்ன ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்றத அசஸ் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ இன்கேஸ் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் ஒரு குரூப் ஆஃப் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஒரு கோர்ஸில் ஏதாவது ப்ரோக்ரஸ் பிளாக்கர்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் வெதர் இட்ஸ் அன் இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இஷ்யூ ஆர் அவங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு இன் பர்சனாக ஏதாச்சும் ரெக்கமெண்ட்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் அதை இன்டர்னலாக நீங்கள் ஒரு கால் எடுத்து அதுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ அதுதான் இந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ப்ரோக்ரஸ் ரிப்போர்ட்டோட மேஜர் அட்வான்டேஜ். அண்ட் we'll also have subscription analytics. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு நியர்லி இப்போ ஒரு 12 கோர்சஸோட டிஃப்ரெண்ட் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் அனாலிட்டிக்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் உங்கள் காலேஜில் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, தென் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மைல்ஸ்டோன் எவ்வளோ கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, அசஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் எவ்வளோ கம்ப்ளீஷன் அண்ட் கோர்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீஷன் அண்ட் சர்டிஃபிகேட் இஷ்யூட். ஸோ இதுக்கான மெட்ரிக்ஸும் இருக்கும். ஸோ இது வந்து இன்டர்னலாக நான் ஒவ்வொரு காலேஜஸ்க்கும் இட் வில் வேரி. ஸோ உங்களோட காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் என்னென்ன கோர்சஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஆர் இன்கேஸ் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து வேறு அடிஷ்னல் கோர்சஸ் ரெக்கார்ட்ஸாக இருந்தால் கூட நாம் ஆட் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். அண்ட் ஃபைனலி ஒரு நல்ல ஹெல்த்தி காம்படிஷன் அமங் காலேஜஸ் உருவாக்கணும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக we are going to publish a நான் முதல்வன் ரேங்கிங் சிஸ்டம். ஸோ இந்த நான் முதல்வன் லீடர் போர்டு வந்து பப்ளிக் போர்ட்டலில் அவைலபிள் இருக்கும். அண்ட் இட் வில் ஆல்சோ பி அவைலபிள் வித்தின் யுவர் டேஷ்போர்டில் உங்களுக்கு டீட்டெயிலான இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இருக்கும். ஃபார் பப்ளிக்கில் வந்து என்ன காலேஜ் நேம் அண்ட் காலேஜ் ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் இஃப் இட் இஸ் டன் அப்படின்னா தென் க்ரீனில் இருக்கும். தென் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டோட ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் லாகின், திஸ் இஸ் த இமீடியட் மைல் ஸ்டோன் நம்ம ட்ராக் பண்ணுறது. ஸோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டோட நீங்கள் வெரிஃபை பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் லாகின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்களா அப்படின்றது இருக்கும். அண்ட் சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட் ஃபார் இன்ஸ்டன்ஸ் இப்போ அவுட் ஆஃப் 45% 1% வந்து சைக்கோமெட்ரிக் அசஸ்மெண்ட் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. தென் கோர்ஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன், எவ்வளோ கோர்சஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு கோர்ஸ் எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்ற கோர்ஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் டீடைல்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ லைக்வைஸ் we are going to create separate milestones. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு கோர்சஸ்க்கும் மேண்டேட்டரி கோர்சஸ்க்கு ஒரு மைல் ஸ்டோன், தென் ஃப்ரீ கோர்சஸ் பெய்ட் கோர்சஸ்க்கான மைல் ஸ்டோன், கோர்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீஷனுக்கான மைல் ஸ்டோன் எல்லாமே செப்பரேட்டாக இருக்கும். இந்த பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த மைல் ஸ்டோன் கம்ப்ளீஷன்ஸ் ஒவ்வொரு காலேஜுக்கும் we are going to develop a ranking mechanism. ஸோ இது வந்து ஒரு ஜோன் வைஸாக உங்கள் காலேஜோட ஸ்டேட்டஸ் தெரியும், எவ்வளோ பேர் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்றது. அண்ட் ஸ்டேட் லெவலில் ஓவரால் ஸ்டேட் லெவலில் இந்த மெட்ரிக்ஸ் அவைலபிள். ஸோ இது எல்லாமே ஒரு யூனிஃபைட் ரிப்போர்ட்டிங் சிஸ்டம். ஒரு காலேஜஸ்க்கு என்ன ரிப்போர்ட்டிங் சிஸ்டம் இருக்கோ அதுதான் வந்து டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கலெக்டர்ஸ்க்கு இருக்கும், தென் ஸ்டேட் யூனிட்ஸ் அண்ட் சிஎம் ஆஃபீஸ் வரைக்கும். ஸோ இது வந்து ரியல் டைம் டேஷ்போர்ட். ஸோ அட் எனி பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம் யார் அத்தாரிட்டிஸ் வந்து அந்த காலேஜஸோட ப்ரோக்ரஸ் வந்து ட்ராக் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். ஸோ எங்கே சப்போர்ட் தேவையோ அந்த சப்போர்ட்டை வந்து ஈஸியாக நீங்கள் எடுத்துக்க முடியும். ஸோ மை ஹம்பிள் ரெக்வஸ்ட் டு ஆல் காலேஜ் பிரின்சிபல்ஸ், ஸோ நீங்கள் உங்களோட டேஷ்போர்டை அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 10 to 15 minutes ஆர் டெய்லி பேசிஸ் நீங்கள் ட்ராக் பண்ணுங்கள். உங்களுக்கு இண்டிவிஜுவலாக யூ வில் ஹேவ் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் கண்ட்ரோல். உங்கள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸில் என்ன எங்கே லேக் இருக்குது, எங்கே வந்து இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு கிளாரிட்டி உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். இன்கேஸ் வேறு ஏதாவது சப்போர்ட் ஃப்ரம் அவர் சைட் உங்களுக்கு தேவை இருந்தாலும் நீங்கள் எங்களுக்கு கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். ஸோ ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸில் வந்து ஜெல்லாக ஒரு டேர்ம் சொல்லுவாங்க, MVP அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, தென் PMF அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. MEP இஸ் மினிமம் வயபிள் ப்ராடக்ட் அண்ட் PMF இஸ் ப்ராடக்ட் மார்க்கெட் ஃபிட் அப்படின்னு. நாங்களும் அதே பிரின்சிபலில் தான் இந்த போர்ட்டல் டெவலப் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ இட்ஸ் MVP இஸ் ரெடி. ஸோ இப்போ வந்து ப்ராடக்ட் அகாடமி ஆஃப் ஃபிட் அந்த ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கும். ஸோ எங்களுக்கு வந்து உங்களோட சப்போர்ட் டெஃபினட்டாக வேணும். ஸோ இங்கே என்னென்ன ஃபீட்பேக் இன்கேஸ் ஏதாச்சும் என்னென்ன ஏரியாஸ் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ண முடியுமோ அதை ப்ளீஸ் ஃபீல் ஃப்ரீ டு ஷேர் வித் அஸ். டெஃபினட்டாக வில் இன்கார்பரேட் இன் டு தட்.